Hey, what's up guys, Tony here, and in this gameplay commentary I want to discuss a couple of things. I'm going to try to get through as much as I can in the little amount of time that I do have. I think it's going to be about 14 minutes long or something. But just so you guys know, I'm using the L86A2 just because I was trying to get used to the gun, because I only had like 50 kills with it for the King of the Hill that we're going to have coming up here within hopefully within a few days. I got to make sure all of our schedules aren't lining up right now. So like 4 of us are online and 2 of them are people are gone, and so we're having this hard time getting all 6 people together. That's sort of the nature of the beast when you're trying to get 6 people together to do one, video. So for those of you guys who want to know, we're going to be doing the L86A2. It just might take a few days. So I'm going to move on from there, and I want to talk just kind of briefly about this whole video breakdown phenomenon we've got going on, and just this it's been going on for at least a year now. And now, pardon me if you guys have been around YouTube longer than me as far as like being a viewer. I didn't really start watching videos until I'd say about Modern Warfare 2, when I got heavily into first-person shooters, at least online. Because for me, for those of you guys who do remember, I was in it in Call of Duty 2, but I was on a PC, and I played a lot of Call of Duty 2 on my PC. However, I didn't play World at War, I didn't play Modern Warfare, so COD 4 and World at War. I didn't play online. I played the campaigns, but I never got around to playing them online. So when I got back into online gaming, it was when I bought my PS3 when Modern Warfare 2 came out. So it was probably like somewhere around 2009, I guess it is now. It's been a while. For me, it was a Black Ops it was a Black Friday purchase. It was a Black Ops purchase. No, it was a Black Friday purchase. And so that's when I got into it. I started watching videos, and especially Hutch and CNanners, those guys. They really captivated me in it. So I guess on a personal note, it's nice to see that Hutch is back. He's been one of my favorite commentators of all time, and he inspired me to get into this. And so it's nice to see him back on. So anyways, tangent over. But the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I started to get into the hype of the games, of what's coming out next, and I got into the hype of Black Ops because I wasn't having such a great time with Modern Warfare 2. Like, it was so hit and miss with me that I was waiting for like the things that I thought were wrong with the game to be fixed. And so I listened to people who were breaking stuff down, and I listened to all these people like, oh well, this is confirmed, this is unconfirmed, these are all speculations. And then so when Black Ops came out, and I actually had a really great time with it, and there's a video that I watched today. She's a Yoush director as well. Apparently I can't talk today. She said that, and I feel the same way, we share the same thoughts, is that I feel as if I got all the value out of Black Ops. I made a lot of friends through gaming. I made people that I met through Huppet that became clan members of mine, teammates, turned into real life friends, and it's amazing. It was an amazing thing. And so for me, Black Ops is always going to have a special place in my heart. And then you transition that to Modern Warfare 3, where I got into the hype because I liked Black Ops so much. I was like, okay, this game is going to be great. Infinity Ward is back. They're going to make this new Modern Warfare, and here's what we're being told about it. And then when you finally got the game in hand, I don't know about you guys, but I was completely let down. I mean, if you look at my channel started as a Call of Duty channel. I posted Black Ops, and then I posted some Modern Warfare 2 stuff. And I've always been a COD channel, at least the first year, and then slowly transitioned. And now I would consider myself a Battlefield video channel now. I went from Black Ops to a sports channel to a Battlefield channel, and that's been where sort of the life cycle of my channel has been. And the reason why I bring up these trailer breakdowns and all these discussions about what's going to be in the next game, I think for me it's the way I view it is an unhealthy activity. It's one of those things where we are expecting so much, and when we don't get it, we feel let down. And there's a certain level of entitlement that I think we as a consumer feel we have because we're spending $60 on a video game. We feel that, well, because we spend our $60, we're entitled to be able to tell the developer what we do like and what we don't like and how they should make their game. Which, to be honest, in the real world, that's not true. When you go buy a car, you don't get a chance to, you don't send an email to Toyota or Nissan or I don't know, Ford or whatever, and be like, you know what, I really like this, but here's what I don't like. And because I spent this much money on it, that means you got to change it. Because I said so. Because I spent $12,000 on your car. Like, that's not the way it works. They design the cars that they want, and you buy it or you don't buy it. It's the same thing with video games. They design the video game that you want, you buy it or you don't buy it. If you don't like it, then you just don't like it. You either trade it in or you keep it, and you just sort of, you know, grin your teeth and bear it and get through it. Anyways, the point that I'm making is this, is that with the trailer breakdowns, with the people constantly talking about what may or may not be in the game, it's spoiling the game for me, because you have these really high expectations or these really low expectations, depending on if you're a pessimist or an optimist, or just whatever your general feeling is about, say, Call of Duty in general. But so you are either super excited for it or you're just super down for it, or down on it, I should say. Down for, like, that's the same thing, Tony. But the bottom line is that the element of surprise is gone. And I think it was last week I actually referenced Christmas presents. And I don't know about you guys, but when I was a kid, I always wanted to know what I was going to get for Christmas. For whatever reason, I think it just has to do with the fact that, you know, they're all wrapped up, and you know they're for you. You just want to know what you're getting. And if you ever have been that kind of person to know what you're getting for Christmas, and when you unwrap it, there's the excitement that, yes, you're finally getting it. Yes, I'm so excited that I'm finally getting it. But there is a loss of excitement because you know what it is already. You're more excited that you're actually getting it in hand than you are getting a gift, you know. And I guess maybe that's a bad analogy, because video games aren't gifts, because, you know, you're going out willingly to buy it. But the same sort of principle, I think, applies, where you get in that mindset and you're like, this game is gonna have XYZ. It's gonna be this. They said it's gonna have this. These YouTube channels were telling me all this stuff that they said was confirmed. And then when you get into the game and you buy it, and suddenly you're just like, oh man, I was totally let down. This game, what's a good one? Commando lunging was a good one. They're like, oh, there's no commando lunging. You know, it's gonna be a gun-on-gun shooter. When you got a chance to actually play Modern Warfare 3, it's just like, well, they still have commando lunge. They still have commando lunge in Black Ops. The game was heavily empowered by kill streaks. So it wasn't necessarily a gun-on-gun game. It was just, you know, a gun-on-gun game, and then you got your 5-9, 7-9 or whatever kill streaks, and then suddenly you're just like, oh, well, I don't have to do any work now. So I look like a badass because I went 33-4, and kill streaks did, you know, 75% of my work or 50% of my work. You know? So anyways, the point is that when you have such high expectations and you actually get the game in hand and it doesn't cut it, it doesn't cut the mustard, it doesn't, you know, you don't get what you're hoping for in the first place, it's a letdown. And so my philosophy for this year has been avoid trailer breakdowns. I don't really want to know anything about Black Ops 2. I don't really want to know the kill streaks. I don't want to know the loadouts. I don't want any of that crap. One, because the game's not out yet and it could change by the time it comes out. And two, I want the Christmas present feeling. I want to get it and just be like, I've got it and I can't wait to find out everything about it. I don't want to know everything about the damn game before I get it. Like, that's the, you know, and I think I learned this when I went to Europe, is that when I got back home, the whole journey, oh crap, just hit my microphone. The whole journey, that's what happens when you're Italian, you talk with your hands a lot, you just bump into stuff. What it is that the journey is, that's the trip. You know, so it's the getting there, it's the actual trip, and it's coming home, and that whole experience is what it's all about. It's not about just getting to Europe, you know, or just, you know, going to whatever you're doing. It's the journey what matters. That's really what matters. And I feel the same way with video games, you know. I don't want to know everything about the game just because I want to have that experience of learning it myself, and that in itself is an experience just to learn. I don't want to know everything about a damn game before it comes out, because what the hell's the point? And I extend that to DLC breakdowns when people are talking about Armored Kill and they're talking about, you know, what's going to be inside of it, you know. Although I have seen more Armored Kill stuff than I have anything else, as far as like trailer breakdowns and stuff. Like, you watch a couple and like, okay, I really don't want to deal with this, you know. So you learn some of the stuff just based on actually watching it. I don't know about you guys, but that's the other last thing I'm going to touch on Besides the fact that, like I said, I want that Christmas feeling, so I'm not going to worry about any of those trailer breakdowns, and I'm not going to pay attention to them. But the last thing is that those trailer breakdowns are borderline insulting because I have 2 eyes. My eyes work just fine. My brain works just fine. I'm a smart individual, and I can watch something and I can figure out what the hell is in the game. And if I really cared that much to break it down, then I'd break it down myself. But I wouldn't make a video about it because, I mean, it's really nothing more than view whoring. That's kind of my personal opinion on it. So, anyways, guys, if you're like me, let me know in the comment section. Are you that type of person? You want that Christmassy feeling when you get a game first in hand? You're like, okay, I'm ready to learn about this thing. Or do you want to know everything about it? Because there are some people, they just want to know everything there is to know about a game before they buy it. And they don't want any surprises. And that's okay. People, that's good. So anyways, the last thing I actually want to talk about, I actually talked about the first topic way longer than I wanted to. Excuse me. The last thing I wanted to talk about is the games that are coming out this fall. Now, I've seen a couple of other YouTube channels talk about the same thing, and that is basically like, what games would you like to see? And here's my conundrum that I have here, is that Black Ops, as I said, is one of my favorite Call of Duties ever. You know, I had such great experience with it, so I really want to buy Black Ops. The problem, though, is the way it works typically for anyone who has a YouTube channel is you only have one primary game. Right now, my primary game for shooters is Battlefield. And so there's Medal of Honor Warfighter, which I know I'm going to get already, because I played Medal of Honor Tier 1 and absolutely love that game. And if it wasn't for the busted-ass party system, I would have played the shit out of that game a lot longer. I mean, I played it for a while, don't get me wrong, I played it for a while, but the party system and everything really ruined it for me. So I played Tier 1, so I definitely know, and I love the campaign, and I'm definitely going to be picking up Medal of Honor. So that is a game I'm already playing. But I don't know if you guys, being that this has become a Battlefield channel, I don't know if you guys want to see Call of Duty on this channel, and that's really what I'm sort of venturing. If I do buy it, then maybe I just won't make videos on it because I don't think many people are going to want to see it. Unless you like the break up the monotony and see a diverse selection of videos from me as far as first-person shooters are concerned. And the last thing is, the reason why I'm having a really hard time with this is not only because of Black Ops and my friends, but because of the fact that Battlefield has still got 3 more DLCs coming out. So in the first part of September, we've got Armored Kill. And then there's what, Endgame or Aftermath Endgame, or one of the two, I can't remember the order. But we've got Armored Kill coming out now here in September, next month, and then in December, and then March. So this game, as far as video making, is still going to be relevant. There's still things to talk about. It's just still a relevant game up until, I'll say it, at least May of 2013. So DICE, or I should say DICE, EA, and maybe it is DICE and EA working together in tandem with this, but they've done a very smart thing with respect to making this game have a 1.5-year life cycle, making sure that we've got a lot of content and that this game gets played. The only thing I really hope, but one thing I hope that does not happen is that Medal of Honor is like a placeholder. I really hope that game is a quality game and not just a placeholder. I know I'm going to be playing Battlefield I think a 2 year. I will probably play Battlefield, and the people who are playing Battlefield, I believe this game will have a 2-year life cycle. When Battlefield 4 comes out, and I don't know, I think it's supposed to be sometime in 2013, I'm pretty sure this game is going to be just as popular then as it is now. That's my assumption. So, anyways, guys, in the comment section, do me a favor, let me know a couple things. Like I said, are you guys sort of the Christmas present type of people, do you like watching the trailer breakdowns? Personally, like I said, I'm kind of annoyed with them. I don't see any relevance to them. And I just kind of like don't like them at all. And the other thing is would you be okay with seeing Black Ops stuff? Because like I said, I already know that I'm picking up Medal of Honor Warfighter, and I already know that I've got the rest of the DLC. So I've already got 2 shooters that I'm going to be putting a lot of time into. I just want to know if it's worth it for you guys if you want me to make Black Ops 2 videos, because I'm probably going to buy it anyways, just because I know all my clanmates are going to be picking it up, and we want to have this resurgence of our clan and of our nights where we play. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you later.